Trubbish is one of those Pokemon that kind of divides the fan base, because Trubbish is trash. Like, literally, this is a trash bag, which is also a Pokemon. Now, Pokemon has always operated with a sort of Shinto-inspired idea that non-animal objects can be ensouled and become Pokemon. Think of Baltoy or Bronzong or the Rotom forms, but in the past, these things have usually been connected to ghosts and psychic powers. Gen 5 is the first generation to really lean into the idea that even the most everyday human mass-produced mundane object can be or become a Pokemon with no supernatural interference required. And that is a change in the aesthetic and approach of the series, and one which it is valid to dislike. I myself have a pretty strong preference for Pokemon as animals and spirits, and I want Pokemon catching to be a journey to explore the natural world as an escape from the human-built environment. But that's just me. Things change, and there are only so many animals available that you can turn into an interesting Pokemon, so something like Trubbish was probably always inevitable. As a design, Trubbish is unremarkable, but also nothing terrible either. I do like its little piranha teeth and ears shaped like the knot of a trash bag. That gives it some personality, but I don't know that I like the arms being made of trash bursting out of the seams that much. Like, I feel like a hole in the trash bag should be an injury to this creature, not a limb. While I don't mind Trubbish, though, I really don't care for Garbodor or its Gigantamax form. Garbodor is an overstuffed trash bag that has burst its seams, but with its mono-colored rock gray body, it just looks like, well, sand with some multicolored rocks in it. It feels like censorship, almost like they're too scared to actually make it gross, but being gross would at least make it interesting. If it is meant to be a representation of city pollution, it really ought to look the part. It ought to be made of cardboard and tin cans and clumps of rotten food. It ought to be disgusting. Even within the limitations of being a child-friendly creature, it should at least feel as gross and toxic as muck does. This design is way too safe, and it kind of kills the idea. It is too palatable. Make this thing disgusting, and then I'll get interested.